I am here in the middle of the week at 4 o'clock in the morning with my roots showing to show you these TIRTIR foundations that now have some new shades, and they're in some different formulas that I didn't know they had. Did you know they had these new formulas? And do you see these breakouts right here? These huge big pimples right here? Neither do I, but they're there. You're gonna see when I take off the makeup. That's right, ladies. I'm here in the middle of the week when I normally just give you videos on Sundays with all these gray hair showing, which normally I'd wait till after I see my ladies on Sunday. Now, Lindsay, you know that I normally would not get on here before you have a chance to fix me up on my Saturday morning appointment at 9, but I couldn't wait. Because ladies, do you see this? Do you see what I'm seeing? I know I'm old. I know I have some wrinkles. I know things ain't as snatched as they used to be. But for me, at 54 years old, and living in South Louisiana where, you know, we don't look as good as those New York ladies, this is looking pretty good. In fact, this for $25 is looking better than old Patrick Ta for $58. I gotta say, I'm a little late to the game, ladies, but TIRTIR ain't playing. I'm gonna show you, and we're gonna talk about this foundation. I know it's been viral. I know you've seen this little red thing all over social media, but you haven't seen my review. My face is flawed, y'all. I got old acne scars. I got pitted stuff going on. I had skin cancer removed where this is like all bunched up. It's not just anything that makes this look like this, y'all. We gotta talk about this. So you stick with me for a minute, because I came on here at 4 o'clock in the morning on a work day with my hair like this to tell y'all about it. So give me a few minutes of your time to hear about these new shades, these other formulas, and why you might want to listen a little bit. Stick with me. We're about to get right into it.
Disguise, yeah. And all the girls around the world, they wanna be. And all the dudes that tell the story.
So I'm Mona, and like I said, I'm 54. I'm from South Louisiana, and I got a lot of flaws going on. It ain't like the old days when my thyroid was functioning, when I could fit into my tiny little britches. Those days are gone, like gone. I got like a bunch of wrinkles. I got like a lot of texture. My face bunches up over here where they took the skin cancer off, and nothing looks like it used to. Nothing works like it used to. And, you know, I'm just hoping to look like normal, like where people don't look at me like, what is wrong with that lady? I just want to blend in. I just want to look okay. So when I find something that like makes me feel like I'm looking like something, I'm excited to share it with you guys. So I know this went viral and I know everybody's seen it. And I wore it and I thought it was okay and I wasn't that impressed. But then I heard that they had 2 other shades, 2 other formulas, and that they put out some different shades that might fit my skin color in a little bit better. And I had to get on the Amazon and I had to order them and I had to see what the fuss was all about. So this one is medium coverage and it now comes in 40 shades, and it has like 4 to 5 deep skin colors that are pretty good, a range of colors. And now these only have 20 shades, but that's a lot more than they did before. And I think that they're getting on the bandwagon, and hopefully they're gonna extend their range to 40 like this one did, and that all of us ladies can experience this magic that I'm experiencing at 54, living in Louisiana, where we don't look like we're from New York, but I'm looking like I could be from New York with a little bit of maybe clothes modification and getting Lindsay on the game. So let's talk about it. Now notice I have a bigger one of this. That's telling you right there that something special going on right here, because I traded in my $15 mini for the $25 big one. Yes, I did. And there's a reason for that, because look what it's doing, ladies. I got a little bit of glow going on. It's not really emphasizing all this junk that I got happening underneath this magic, and I think it's looking pretty good. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna try these on for you, and we're gonna have to take this off to show you. So we're gonna go back in time, and we're gonna you're gonna see this and you're gonna see all of this, and we're gonna show you how the magic works. And I really think you need to stick around and see it happen. And we are going to apply it, and then I'm gonna show you how it wears through the day, and I'm gonna show you the magic it creates. And I am anti name brand. I won't buy me like a Chanel purse because I am not gonna make them pay me to advertise for them. And when something goes viral, I kind of feel some kind of way about it, and I almost don't want to like it because it's hyped up. But ladies, what's happening right here? This is the real deal. Like, I am not playing. It is not playing. I think y'all need to get on over to the Amazon and y'all need to get some of this. I'm gonna have it all linked below. I hardly ever tell you need to buy something, you need to try something, but these results speak for themselves. It says you can wear them for 72 hours now. I wouldn't advise wearing them for 72 hours because then you might get some of this that I got going on right here. But you can wear it for a long time. It's not going anywhere. And they got a black formula that only comes in 3 shades right now, but they say that stuff is locked and loaded. And hopefully they're gonna follow through with the 20 shades or the 40 shades, because they say that stuff is sweat resistant, humidity resistant. We got all of that going on here in Louisiana, along with everything else that we got going on here in Louisiana. We got the humidity and we got the sweating going on, and they say that it just stays locked and loaded with all that. We're getting right into it. I'm gonna show you what it looks like without all this pretty stuff on. We got on the eyes, we got that new Danessa Myricks Lightworks palette going on. Isn't that pretty? We got the Charlotte Tilbury mascara. We got that Morphe Euphoria blush that is also old lady friendly. Believe it or not, I know this is a young brand, but this works for the old ladies. Let's get into it. Stick with me. Okay, ladies, we're gonna do the demonstration. I'm gonna pick up this here hair out my face with my new Cure headband. Cure is a system for micro infusion that helps get rid of all these lines and wrinkles. Y'all have heard of microneedling. They have a little microneedling system, and they're celebrating Breast Cancer Awareness Month with these pretty pink headbands. So we're gonna go in half my face with this new full coverage TIRTIR. We're gonna show you the magic that creates, and we're gonna go in the other side with this lightweight radiant formula in this big pan, and we're gonna show you what I'm talking about here. Okay, now I'm not gonna show you this one because this is the one that went viral, and this is the one that I'm sure you all saw, but if you want a review on this one, I'd be happy to do it. I have tested it, I have my thoughts on it. But these two are what I wanna show you. Okay, we're gonna start with this one, which is in the shade 17C. Okay, so you know the little TIRTIR cushion comes on top, and you have a little sticker that you can take off your mirror, and then you open this, and you have the little cushion, and you just put your finger in here, and you just tap it lightly, and then you go in. And see, I don't really like these cushions like I like my Morphe cushions, but you know, this is what they gave me. I prefer to use my Beauty Blender or my Pawpaw sponges. But they say these were created, you know, to go specifically around the nose and under the eyes and all that. But so is my Pawpaw sponges from Shop Miss A. Man, this coverage is so good, it can even cover up my freckles. But let's just show you what my sponge can do. So much faster, that's all. And I can shear this out just as much as I can in that little dibby-dab cushion. I can just go so much faster. You see those blemishes? You can just dab them right away. Oh, I forgot. This side's for the other one, but I just grabbed that one while I was there. Okay, so I can build it up. These are buildable, matte, full coverage foundation. Now you see this redness right here? This is gonna go away. Just for me tapping on my face, I get red. That's how sensitive my face is. Now let's go in with this one. So this one I have in 21C, which is 21 Cool. We'll start off with the TIRTIR sponge. And I got swatches at the end for you guys. See, this one's easier for me because it's not so tiny. You know, so I can get to business faster than with that little teeny tiny sponge or cushion that comes with the other one. So on the regular size, I don't have a problem with the cushion because it fits my fingers better. I have a little body and have little fingers, but I feel like the tips of my fingers are fat. And I just feel like it takes too long with that little one. Okay, so I agree. This gives a radiant finish and you can see your skin poking through, but you can build it up so that less of your skin is poking through. It is just beautiful. To me, it's beautiful. So you can see it doesn't completely cover up those blemishes, but watch, I'm gonna go back in with this TIRTIR and it is going to cover them up like that. You're gonna say, what blemishes? We're gonna see, it can cover up these. Because you know I don't do first impressions, so I've already played with these, including these, and I do have a new appreciation for this one. We're gonna talk about that in my wrap up. I think that had to do with my skin prep and what was going on with my skin at the time. Okay, let's go outside. I hope y'all can see this. On this side, we have the silver formula, which is more radiant. It's a lighter coverage. And on this side, we have the pink formula, which is a heavier coverage, which I would normally not go for, but it is looking good. It is looking better than the red formula. It is matte, so you need to condition well if you have dry skin like me, but if you do, there is some magic happening here. Trying to change up the light so you can really see. Patrick Who, Huda Who, $25 for the big bottle. Big container. I wanted to do one more close-up before I come back with makeup and do a check-in. I wanted to get real close and show you what this looks like. I turned the lights down. This is natural light. This is so pretty. I'm just so surprised that a full coverage foundation can look this pretty for $25. Look at this. I just showed you the wrong side. This is the luminous one, y'all. Sorry. Luminous, where your skin can peek through, because you can still see the bumps a little bit. All right, this is the full coverage. Now this is the side that I do have texture on. It's not going to get rid of that texture, but it is not settling. It is not cakey. It's not settling in this huge crevasse here. It's not settling right here. It's not cakey. And just for the sake of it, we're going to build it up just a little bit more. I'm going to use a brush. Okay, so it's noon. I've had this on since 4 a.m. I'm truly amazed. I'm truly amazed at how much I love this foundation. Because of my texture, because of my enlarged pores, because of the acne scoring, I try a lot of foundations. And I'm willing to pay more for my foundations for anything that will blur or that won't enhance the look of my texture or settle into my texture, emphasize it, create a better looking canvas. This is relatively inexpensive. It's not as expensive as some drugstore foundations, but drugstore foundations for the most part are getting more expensive also. And I am blown away. This I have been loving. This I didn't expect to love. I have a large one of this coming. I did not expect to like this one because this one says that it's for combo oily skin, and this one is supposed to be like satin semi-matte, and this one's full matte and has a fuller coverage. And so I didn't really like the red formula on my skin, so I found that it settled and it made my skin look drier. So I thought that this was going to be a fail, and I was only going to review it for science sake. However, surprisingly, I liked it. So the only thing that I can think is that at the time that I initially reviewed this, and that's when it was first going viral, that my skin was probably just in a dehydrated state. And since then, I've been really working on conditioning it. The other thing is that I have been using some other skin products. Like I told you guys that I had been testing the Purance line, and I have a video up on this. This is a natural organic skincare line. And so while I was using this system, I wasn't using my prescription tretinoin, and I had mentioned in that video that I was not missing it. This is a cellular restore system, and it's an organic retinol alternative with bakuchiol, and I don't miss my prescription tretinoin by agency. Since I have replaced that with this, my skin has been much happier, and I've had less rosacea, I've had less redness, and I don't know that I want to go back to it. So maybe this is causing, you know, my skin to be more hydrated and less dry. And so even this with the demonstration today, even though I didn't have it on as long, did not feel as drying as it did like when I first used it, when this first went viral. When it first went viral, I was like, this is a strong pass. I didn't even do a video on it because it was like, no, but I was using prescription tretinoin at the time. So I am loving both of these for different reasons. This covers up everything without settling into my fine lines and wrinkles. My concealer settled into fine lines more than this did. So the concealer that I used was the Pat McGrath. I went in with a heavier concealer because the foundation was heavier on this side, and because this was lighter on this side with coverage, I went into one of my favorites, and that's the Elizabeth Arden Flawless Finish. This is a lighter consistency concealer, and I absolutely love this because it doesn't do as much settling. Now, anything, I didn't powder under my eyes, so anything is gonna settle, you know, crease a little bit if I don't powder. And normally powder with either the Pat McGrath under eye blurring concealer, or I actually take my Hourglass and diffused light, and I take this, which is a finishing powder, not a setting powder, but I just dust this on really lightly and set my concealer because it has hardly any texture. You know, it just is so light that just dusting that will keep it from settling, but I didn't today just because I was doing the wear test. So there's no powder on my face. I love these. I still don't have these bumps breaking through. The coverage of this is phenomenal, and it is working really well on my dry, mature skin. Like I said, the concealer has settled, but the foundation hasn't. So what does it say? What are the claims for these? So TIRTIR, the red, these are not K-Beauty, by the way. This is Japanese beauty. So it is renowned for its unbeatable 72-hour coverage, lightweight feel, and buildable semi-matte finish. That's the red, perfect for achieving a radiant glass skin look. Now, I wouldn't go as far as to say that I have a glass skin look. 72-hour endurance keeps makeup flawless without fading, cracking, caking, creasing, or transferring. And that is not true. I don't know if y'all can see on this phone, I have transferring. I would say there is no caking, there is no creasing, it is not settling. I have not tested it for 72 hours, but I am working some hours right now for work, and it has lasted 12, 13, 14 hours, but it is not usually a problem for me with my makeup lasting. Can you see the transfer? So I would say transfer proof is, that is a fail. It is not transfer proof. But it is not, it doesn't feel tacky, you know, so that that's not a big problem for me. And maybe if I powdered, it wouldn't be transfer proof. I mean, it would be transfer proof. So it says that it's lightweight and breathable. I think that's true. It's infused with hibiscus and red propolis extracts, which is maybe why it feels soothing, because propolis is something that I use. I like as an ingredient in my skincare for my rosacea prone irritated skin, along with Centella asiatica. So it allows that egg-shaped puff to cover every nook and cranny, especially around the nose, eyes, and mouth. And yes, it can get in there, but it's pretty thin. I would like to use my own puff, and I would recommend that instead of the TIRTIR puff. I mean, maybe you'd like that, but I would recommend, and I'm going to link this, that you get you a Morphe puff. This is a puff. This is the best puff I've ever used, and I've used a lot of puffs. You see, it can get around your nose too, and it can get underneath your eyes too. And this is like a beauty blender consistency with a puff design. This is the best puff. So let's talk about the other ones. And I'm going to pop these up for you to see. But I think the $25 for the large is definitely worth the price. And I think that you can try them for $15. Get you a mini. Try it. See if it works for you. Now, if for some reason you try it for you and it doesn't work as good as it worked for me, you know, I'm never going to tell you something that's not true. There are products that have failed for me before, but I am amazed. I didn't expect to like it. I expected to be taking one for the team. Where can you get this? You can get this from Amazon. You can get this from YesStyle. You can get this from the TIRTIR.com site. I would recommend just getting it from Amazon. I think that TIRTIR, when a brand has a store on Amazon, that's different than just having somebody else selling it on Amazon. You don't have to worry about a fake, because the actual store is selling on Amazon. You're going to get the product that you expect to get. The pink one that I am loving so much, that comes in 20 shades now, that is called the Mask Fit. It says Tap Blend Match. It's an all cover cushion foundation. So the red is satin finish, the pink is an all cover matte finish, and the silver is an aura cushion, which is a dewy finish. And I'm going to put this little picture up on the screen so you can see how they compare. I believe that TIRTIR has it going on. So they said that it's high coverage with skin fit finish. Achieves stronger coverage with a high coverage base that delivers a soft skin fit finish. The velvety matte texture ensures a flawless, long-lasting look. Experience a smooth, velvety matte finish with a large volume of cover powder, they're saying coverage, that effectively conceals imperfections, providing a full coverage look. It does. With upgraded cover powder, this foundation prevents cakiness, resists smudging, and maintains a smooth, flawless appearance for up to 72 hours with a strong skin fit application. It has a double shield technology with a film coating ingredient, enhances the adhesiveness of the foundation, creating a protective shield that makes the foundation last longer and shields your skin from irritants. It's beautiful. It has handled the humidity. It has handled me taking Gracie for 4 walks already today. The only thing I have touched up is my lipstick. I even got sprayed with the water hose because I was going to water my plants and I had the nozzle backwards and I sprayed myself in the face. So if I've lost any coverage, it's due to that. So let me know what you think. I know the red one went viral, but I thought that was a fail for me. And then I discovered the silver one, then I discovered the pink one, and so I had to revisit it. This is a beautiful radiant finish. So let's do the swatches of the colors. So this is the 21 Cool. And you can even see the coverage that it provides on my freckles, which I have a lot of on my arm. And this is beautiful. And it does have a slight radiance. It's not glowy like Patrick Ta. It's just a beautiful radiant. It's like the perfect amount of radiance. Perfect, just a slight glow, a hint of glow, like that glow from within. You can still see your skin poking out through it. You can build it or you can leave it sheer. I don't know, like I have my top 5s for that foundation video, and now I'm really gonna have to like put some next to each other to like rethink this, because this is beautiful, and $25 is for the full size is not bad. So this is the full coverage matte, unless you take out that black one that only has 3 shades right now. So this one would go right here because this is 21, this is 17C. Man, this has some coverage. So you can see it's a little lighter than the 21. The 21 is the perfect color for me. I am 21 thanks to Walking Gracie. I have gone from 15 to 21. And that's not good for aging or my skin. I need to start wearing my hats. We're gonna see if next summer I can get back down to my 15. Let's look at this one, which is 15. See how light I used to be? My legs are still this white because I hardly ever wear shorts. My husband jokes that I could just lift up my pants leg and that would work as a flashlight when he needs some light. He'd just say, I'm gonna lift up your pants leg. So none of these are a terrible match for me. This has the most coverage, this has the second to most coverage, and this has the least coverage. This is full matte, this is satin, and this is radiant. And you can see when I turn it that you have a lot of opacity here, you have less opacity here, and even less opacity here. So I'm gonna call this review a wrap. I hope that you enjoyed this. I am really, really, really thrilled with this foundation. Like I am really surprised. I didn't expect to like it. And I not only like it, but I love it. And this side is my favorite, but there will be times where I'm gonna be using this one. And that surprises me the most because a radiant, lightweight foundation, me liking that is not totally surprising. It's only surprising that I like it from TIRTIR, a viral foundation that I felt like probably was hype more than real, genuine goodness. But this, ladies, is the real deal. Now, I need them to come out with a concealer that doesn't do this. Then we're gonna be in business here in South Louisiana. All right, see you in the next video. I have some fun new releases coming up and I still have that bag video. Y'all like replica bags? I have one that looks really like the new one. I just had to come in here on a Wednesday with the roots because y'all, look at this. My skin never looks this good. And it never looks good when it has blemishes all over either. All right, I'll see y'all Sunday with new roots. Bye. I hope y'all can see this. On this side we have the silver formula, which is more radiant. It's a lighter coverage. And on this side we have the pink formula, which is a heavier coverage, which I would normally not go for, but it is looking good. It is looking better than the red formula. It is matte, so you need to condition well if you have dry skin like me, but if you do, there is some magic happening here. Trying to change up the light so you can really see. Patrick Who, Huda Who, $25 for the big bottle, big container.